All right, Scorpio Ophiuchus, welcome to your weekly forecast. This is for November 27th through the 3rd of December 2017. And this video is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, check out the link down below. We're using the actual size of the constellations, which means your sign might be different. All right, so the weekend, very important weekend here. We have a full moon taking place, and it is going to be in your 7th house of relationships. Which is a great time to be doing a status check with at the end of the week. And we will notice as the week unfolds, more of this awareness and insight and momentum being built as we go through the week. Now, I do want to say happy birthday for those of you Scorpios who have your birthdays this week, because both of you do have the sun transiting your first house right now, which is good. So there is a lot of this concentration, I think, still in this week in terms of your goals, who you are, where you're headed for the solar year kind of thing. You will have a new moon in your first house here in a couple weeks. But yeah, the concentration really is here on the self. So balancing that with relationships, we'll talk about that with the full moon. But let's talk about the beginning of the week here. Monday, Tuesday, Mercury is going to be conjunct Saturn right there between your first and your second house. So this whole new chapter about discipline or about building some things. And this could certainly have to do with yourself, again, your goals. A lot of you have been working hard just in general, maybe these past couple of years, are feeling a limitation of building the self, and you're wrapping this up. Now, Mercury is going to go retrograde at the end of the week, so he is going to come back into your first house over the next few weeks in December, and a lot of you are going to be rethinking who you are, what you want, where you're headed, your goals, all of this stuff, going through this rehashing. So allow yourself this time to do that. Now, with this beginning, though, on Monday, Tuesday, yes, build some solid foundations with yourself. Maybe some of you with your resources, in fact, too. Finances, things like that. Some of you, too, with your friends and your group stuff. Mercury does rule your 11th house. But with whatever it is, build some foundations, but no, it is going to get revisited here next week when Mercury, after his station retrograde, comes back over Saturn again. So it's this continuously building, but remodification with these key areas: yourself, possibly finances, and the group or organizational stuff. All right, so that's the beginning of the week. And then midweek, mostly around Thursday, Friday, Mars is going to be opposite up to Uranus. So your traditional ruler Mars here, there could be a bit of this erratic energy. Could feel like things are all sort of all over the place, or maybe you're feeling this way, or maybe wanting to break free or something. So depending on how you're feeling this, and it may be none of the above, and it depends on your personal chart, but it is about balance. There is something here about bringing in some freedom, bringing in some change. And it is important to listen to that, but to implement the change in healthy, balanced ways without going to any extremes, as it were, with Uranus. So this could have to do with, again, yourself, your goals, your aspirations, maybe even group and friend stuff, because a lot of you have been having an emphasis here in terms of community stuff or your future aspirations or technology. So anything about this progressive stuff, right, could be about this. So balance with that, but listen to the freedom, because Uranus is really helping you break free when it comes to your self-expression. Have some fun in your life, bring in some passions, develop some of those things that are close to your heart. And so it really is about balancing the two, that, in order to cultivate our future aspirations and cultivate the community stuff, we do need to be doing what we're passionate about. And, the passion, too, needs an outlet of community, needs an outlet of future aspirations. So they're just two sides of the same coin. And it's seeing it like that, and just having that balance there, I think will be great. So this may also be involving your work and routine, right? So if anything you wanted to change up there, good to maybe listen to, but again, integrate with balance. All right, so this weekend with that full moon, we are going to have Jupiter trining up to Neptune, actually. So very nice aspect, actually. The first one here, it's going to be going on all the way up until August of 2018. So the next 9 months, roughly. And this is supporting a few areas for you. It's essentially the fact that a lot of you about the past 10 years have maybe had some uncertainty about your home or the past or family stuff, or maybe even your health. And so, but now there's this, this inspiration about it. Now give it time, because this weekend, Neptune will be squaring up to this full moon, which I'll talk about. But there is this supportive energy all the way through August 2018. And it could be involving that area. It's also involving your aspirations. Some, you're seeing some dreams, some visions, some ideals about that you can cultivate this next 9 months. And then also too with community or friend stuff. And what you'll likely notice is next week, probably a shift towards more of this now emphasis of 2018, probably being about getting your alone time, some rest, some spiritual energy. It comes across as very easy and very positive when Jupiter's in the 12th house usually. So your willingness to get your spiritual time out, your alone time and all that is a great way of linking up with that Jupiter in the 12th. All right, so let's talk about this full moon. Yes, it will be in your 7th house of relationships. Great time to do a status check with this area, whether you're single or in a relationship. And it's really just about relationships in general. How are they going? This examination, you're going to know some things are working great, some things are not. And it's just a matter of pivoting and shifting and moving this energy forward. And through next week, implementing these insights that you do gain about this. Now, of course, all full moons are also about balance. And here again, it's with the self, because there's so much concentration in your first house. It's about balancing your needs with other needs and that kind of a thing. Your assertiveness with receptivity and cooperation and things like this. And again, re-examining who you are and what you want with that Mercury retrograde coming back into that first house this early part of December. Now, I do want to also mention that Venus is coming into your first house this weekend. So a lot of you will start to see a bit of the value with life, and maybe more of an emphasis on relationships for December actually, and going into 2018. So really good time for this stuff. Great insights, great to be aware of it. Give a bit of that flexibility with that Mercury retrograde. Learn about yourself, right? Have that flexibility with life in general, and I think you'll find this to be a great way of working with it. Now the square up to Neptune, I do want to say, like I said, Neptune is in this square, so at the same time it's great to let go of what's outside of your control with relationships, to let go of what's outside of your control with yourself and your goals, right? And through that, it then becomes very constructive, because collectively there is this square to Neptune. There's this uncertainty, this doubt, this malaise, this sort of lethargy or whatever it is, apathy sometimes with Neptune. But this is about the present moment and living presently when it comes to who you are, your goals, and those relationships. All right, Scorpio Ophiuchus, have a great week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all very soon for the next forecast. Take care.